Hey fix babies, my Aquarius, Leo, Taurus, and Scorpio. This is your full moon in Capricorn that we have on July 13th, full moon message. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about the full moon. So this full moon is going to be in conjunction with Pluto. So a lot of our wounds will be come up. A lot of our shadow side will be addressed. So definitely pay attention to that. And it's showing up in your guys' spread. It's going to be very shadow-based energy for you guys. Also with Capricorn being this full moon, this is also affecting our career and our money. So a lot of things when it comes to how we create our money, how we see our money, how we make our money will be changing for you guys. And then also with Venus being in sextile with this moon, which is a great aspect in astrology, which, you know, Venus rules love and money. This is all about relationships, partnerships, you know, things that add value to you that is going to sustain for the long term. Because Capricorn is all about longevity. And, you know, Capricorn is ruled by Saturn. So this is all about things that are all about bringing stability into your life. Capricorn is an earth sign. So this is all about stability, career, money, and love, okay? And it's coming up in your guys' spread very strongly. One thing that's going to be very important for you guys when I'm getting in energy is your sacral chakra. A lot of you are going to be really reflecting on trauma and wounds, you know, anger, guilt that you still carry inside of your womb. A lot of people don't realize, well, in our sacral chakra carries a lot of our trauma. So I highly recommend for you guys, if you guys still feel frustrated or stuff, a good way to help release that energy is stretching, finding healthy, positive outlets to create, writing, journaling, doing fire magic, fire stuff is going to help a lot of you guys. So let's get into this. So with your guys' overall energy, it's being Uranus. So genius. So you guys are going to be having unexpected change, but this shakeup is happening for a reason. And you also have Saturn return underneath here. So there is going to be a lesson with these tower moments that you're going to be having around this full moon. The full moon energy lasts about a week or two. So definitely pay attention to what's going to be going on with over the next 2 weeks. And I do feel like some of you guys are already sensing this type of change that's going to happen. So I do feel like with the tower here with Uranus, it's all about, you know, things that we keep hidden within us that are going to be coming up. So expect this internal change for you guys of your thought process, your emotions. And a lot of you, it has to do with your sacral, with the 5th house creativity. So I feel like some of the shakeups that a lot of you guys are probably going to have is some of you might be gaining that relationship. You know, you might be going public with somebody. Some of you also might be gaining more recognition and rewards for your creative endeavors when it comes to your career and how you make your money. Some of you are also might be unexpectedly, you know, having babies. It's in this energy, especially with the 5th house. 5th house rules romance, sex. Some of y'all probably gonna be having a lot of sex, but I do feel like you guys are gonna understand the trauma behind these things and kind of what's been keeping you stuck here with the 5th house. So I do feel like pay attention where Capricorn is in your chart, but I also do feel like also pay attention to what's happening in your 5th house, because it's gonna be bringing up a lot of lessons. The lessons that you guys are learning within this energy from this full moon, which bringing up for you guys is forgiveness. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. And I do feel like I said, with the tower moment that you guys are having in your overall energy, you guys are having to reflect on your shadow side, you know, things that you still hold on to, things that subconsciously that haunts you, things that, you know, makes you question your self-worth, your self-esteem. I do feel like a lot of you are having to really address those things that you do not want to acknowledge, especially when it comes to your emotional state. And a lot of you, it's hard for you to speak up on this because a lot of you don't. Fixed placements have a hard time opening up to people. Like, you guys are the perfect people for everybody else, but you have a hard time doing that for yourself. And it has to surround around your emotional baggage that you still carry. You know, that emotional pain, that emotional trauma, how you let a lot of things dictate your self-esteem and your self-worth. And I do feel like a lot of you are having to really sit with yourself and reflect with the shadow card here, which is the moon card here. So with this full moon eclipse, I do feel like things that have been hidden are coming up to light, because with the full moon, this is all about, you know, the sun is putting all this energy on the moon to highlight things that we have been suppressing, things that have been keeping us in this indecisional state with you guys, things that have been causing you a lot of mental conflict, things that you have not been willing to let go, because a lot of you, the things that you've been holding on to that you won't let go is because you're not speaking up on it, is what I'm getting. And a lot of you are having to forgive yourself for the times you didn't show up for yourself, for the times where you didn't set those healthy boundaries, or for the times you didn't let go of things that you need to let go. I do feel like that's where a lot of you are starting to see that's why things have been delayed for you, or why you've been feeling stuck, or why you've been so depleted, because you're having to get out of, the biggest lesson you're learning is learning how to get out of denial. And which means when you're in denial, it means you're letting your fear get in the best of you. You're letting the fear of others that project on you stop you from making certain decisions for yourself, which is, I acknowledge my fear, but I replace it with the insight of awareness. So a lot of this full moon's going to give you a new awareness of self, new awareness of your environment, new awareness of how you make your money, a new awareness of how you give love, how you receive love, how do you act when, money's coming in slow. You're learning new things about yourself. You're gaining this awareness. And a lot of you are learning this new awareness that you're learning is that you have to be receptive to the power that you have to create, and the power you have to stand, to know that you are that, that amazing person. Success. I know there's no greater goal than to love. And a lot of you are having to learn how to be more vulnerable when it comes to the things that you don't share about yourself. Which is showing up in your guys' energy right now. So right now, a lot of you could be feeling, very emotional at this state, and you could be feeling like you are kind of like withdrawing from your environment or people around you, because your heart chakra is definitely purging with emotional loss and emotional withdrawal. Here, clarifying the emotional loss. A lot of you are reflecting on times from the past that have hurt you. You are reflecting on things that you still hold on to that has been causing you to keep your heart space closed. I do feel like with this full moon in Capricorn, it's helping you guys open your heart up, like showing you why you stayed at certain jobs longer than you should. Some of you also might, either you might be leaving a job, or, you might unexpectedly get fired, but it's all for a reason. You're having to understand why it happened. Like I said, I always tell people, sometimes you have to lose something to understand it, so you can be receptive to what's about to come in for you. And, getting something removed for you is not just a bad thing. It's a blessing in disguise that a lot of us don't realize. Kalani said this quote the best. Sometimes the blessing is in the redirection, and we don't see it at first until we go through the process. And I do feel like that's what a lot of you have to do, is you have to go through the emotional process of understanding why you lost certain things, or why certain things didn't come in for you, and how you kept your heart space closed. And I do feel like it's because a lot of you struggle to acknowledge your emotions. It's not like you struggle, I want to say, you struggle to express your emotions. Like you guys feel your emotions, but you don't understand why you feel the way you do, or where is it coming from. And I do feel like a lot of you, it stems from your childhood. It stems for the times where you felt like people restricted you from wanting to be yourself. And I do feel like a lot of you right now are stepping into things that you wanted to do as a kid, things that are going to bring you that joy and that fulfillment. And some of you, this has to do, within a relationship, how you block yourself out of love because you feel like you have to be able to take care of people, because you had to take care of people all your life. And now you're starting to see that that's not what love is. You have to be receptive to the fun, the passion, the exploring, that inner child curiosity. That's what the 5th house is about. It's that fun side of the inner child. I look at the 4th house as more as like the safe, the comfort, and the 5th house is as the fun side of the inner child. The going to explore, the curiosity. And I do feel like that's where a lot of you are having to really reflect on. And right now, I do feel like this full moon is up. You guys are upgrading in your intuition, and your third eye is opening. So you guys are gaining a new perspective on things. You're gaining a new perspective on your inner child. You're gaining new perspective on your habits you have when it comes to your love life and when it comes to your career. This full moon is definitely pay attention to your dreams. A lot of you are going to be healing in your sleep. A lot of your guys are sending you very intuitive messages about things that have been keeping you stuck, or things that you subconsciously still hold on to. I do feel like right now a lot of you are being told to trust the process, because positive move forward is happening, and every video I've done, this card has came out. So blockages are being removed, but you guys have to resist. You have to resist trying to control it. One thing about you fixed signs, y'all don't like motherfucking change, okay? When I say y'all don't like change, y'all are very fearful of change. And I do feel like it's because as children or your environment caused you to fear change, you guys didn't get that safety or the security when change was happening. But you're having to learn that you have to give that safety and security to yourself and have confidence in the decisions that you're making. And I do feel like for a lot of you, it's having to step outside of yourself and understand that you have the power to make this change. And that's what also the Tower is here, is that you have the power to make things, to change your life right now. You are the dictator of your life. And this is what Saturn in return is teaching you, is that the restrictions and the limitations that you were facing was all in your mind. And I do feel like a lot of you, this is also learning how to stay disciplined when it comes to your creative ideas, or when it comes to, how you see yourself, or how you spend your money, or who you're around. Spirit is saying at this time, a lot of you, when things don't go your way, or when you feel like things are out of control, you get outside of yourself. You don't stay disciplined to the course, the path that you're on. And Spirit is saying a lot of you are going to be understanding why this is happening. Because a lot of you are about to get a new spark of energy. Like I said, there's going to be a new beginning that happens with this full moon and Capricorn for a lot of you. And I do feel like for a lot of you, this has to do with your money and your creative ideas. Like I said, some of you are going to be having a family, or, deepening a bond with somebody. Others of you, this is a new career path for you. Something that you're very passionate. It's something that brings you fulfillment and joy. Some of you, if you have a business, I do feel like Spirit is saying at this time, you are going to, those little ideas you have been sitting on, it's time to take action towards them. It's time to make it a solid plan and make it happen. I do feel like at this time with fixed placements, when it comes to your business and your money, it's going to be a very fruitful time. I do feel like a lot of you are going to understand that there's more ways to make money. And you have to be flexible in these changes of ways of making money. I keep hearing, hustle. So I do feel like a lot of you are hustlers, and you're being told to tap more into that energy of your passions. Because I do feel like a lot of you you were told as a child that your passions can't make you money. It can't bring you stability. And I feel like a lot of you are starting to see that was a lie, and you're starting to be honest with that with yourself. So I do feel like Spirit is saying at this time, these wounds that are coming up, find healthy outlets to express yourself, especially if you have anything, especially Uranus use technology. So some of you are being told to reinvent how you present yourself when it comes to your career, your business, when it comes to how you advertise your business, when it comes to your creative ideas. If you feel like you want to do something that's out of the norm, do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. When I say that, you're taking the steps in the right directions, but you have to trust these steps that you're taking. A lot of you are angry right now, and I feel it. I feel the fire in your belly. A lot of you want to prove people wrong, and you need to ask yourself, why do you want to prove people wrong? What are you trying to prove to these people? And I feel like that's the shadow side that's coming up for you guys, that ego energy, where you're having to acknowledge, are you trying to prove people a point, or are you trying to prove a point to yourself that you can do something? And I do feel like that's something a lot of you have to address, that has to do with your inner child, the way you were raised, the people that are around you, probably were competing with you. You have to ask yourself these, like, who am I competing with? Am I competing with the person in the mirror, or am I competing with the people around me? And I do feel like that's where you guys are having to be honest with yourself when it comes to this energy in the full moon in Capricorn. You have to step out of denial that you're letting your fear dictate how you see yourself and how you make your certain moves. And I also do feel like this is also denial when it comes to love. A lot of you are pushing love away because you feel that you're not being understood, but are you understanding yourself? Because a lot of you, love is coming, love is here. A lot of you are already connected to somebody, or you're going to be connected to somebody that has strong romantic feelings for you, and you're being told your feelings are real and worth exploring. So Spirit's saying it's time to really acknowledge your feelings. One thing about fixed signs, y'all don't really like to acknowledge your feelings or explore them because you're scared that you're going to be hurt. And Spirit's saying the only person that can hurt you is you. Why are you so fearful of rejection? Why are you so fearful of being your authentic self? And that's something, one placement I know that's really going to be in their authentic self are Aquarius. So Aquarius, just show who you are. But Spirit is saying when it comes to your guys' love life, this full moon in Aquarius, with full moon in Capricorn, is that you guys have to explore your emotion, and you have to be able to make the effort, which means let the past go, because the past is really blocking you guys from moving forward with whatever relationship that you're in or that you're about to be in. I do see some of you guys, your relationship is moving to the next level with engagement here. Your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. So some of you are actually, like I said, are going to be popped out with somebody, boot up, LMA, boot up, okay? And some of you guys are going to be making an appearance with somebody that a lot of people around you are not going to expect. But you're being told at this time you have to let go of your control issues. And I do feel like this is not just within love. A lot of you have to let go of your control issues when it comes to how you make your money or how you see yourself. Stop trying to control everything out of fear. Due to the fact a lot of us are brought up on survival, we try to control things to our benefit, and that's what slows things down. And Spirit is saying at this time you have to let go of control of how your relationship is developing or how fast things are going, because that is what's slowing things down and causing problems. Especially if those who are like wanting children or have children involved, you have to let go of that control, especially if you have children with somebody. Spirit is saying let the other person help you. Stop always feeling like you have to take control of everything. And you also have children. Your love life is being affected by children. And I do feel like this is your inner child for a lot of you. This is not just children you have. This is children, your inner child, where you guys are having to learn how to have more fun, how to express yourself and find that passion, things that are going to, like I said, some of y'all about to make fucking babies. Okay, it's all up in here. So don't be surprised if you find out you're pregnant. So if you want a baby, congratulations. I called it. Send me a baby invitation. I like baby showers. I like to buy gifts. But I do feel like some of you, your inner child is needing to be addressed right now, you and your person, where you guys are needing to learn that not to take life so serious, learn to have more fun, learn to do things that are going to bring that passion back into the relationship. But Spirit is saying for a lot of you, it's safe to love. A lot of you are very fearful of love because you guys have been hurt in the past or because you didn't receive that in your environment. And Spirit is saying that the reason why you didn't receive that in your environment is because you didn't give that to yourself. And I do feel like right now, a lot of you are starting to understand you're not giving that to yourself right now. You're not finding the little moments to have fun. You're not finding a little enjoyment in the life. So Spirit is saying for you to feel that safeness in your love life, you have to give that to yourself. And I do feel like a lot of you, like I said, some of you are about to be married. Some of you are about to be in that committed relationship, get proposed to, or taking your relationship to the next level where you and your person are talking about having children or, trying to make a family happen. So you just have to be receptive to it. And like I said, I do feel like some of you who are going to be unexpectedly pregnant or, have a family on the way, this is going to help you understand some of your fears that have been coming up with this full moon. So this is what I'm getting for you fixed signs. We are going to pull some advice cards for you guys. I'm so heavy-handed. Okay. Ooh. All right, fixed signs. Your energy, your advice is last quarter moon in Sagittarius. Practice gratitude. So it's a lot. Like I said, you guys have been taking life so seriously that you're forgetting to appreciate the small things. So your guides, your ancestors, whoever, the universe is wanting you to be appreciated more for the things that you have right now. Show a little gratitude for the things that you have created. Show yourself some more grace, because Spirit is bringing this energy of positivity in, because I do feel like a lot of you have been in this energy of negative thinking that is causing you to block yourself of learning how to receive. A lot of you kind of been more in your masculine energy, survival mode, that you don't know how it is to be receptive to letting things come to you. So Spirit is saying it's time to really focus on the positive aspects of your life, the positive things about yourself, and the positive things that are happening for you. Take time to really process your emotions. Take time to really sit and breathe and enjoy the moment. And I do feel like a lot more fun needs to happen in your life when it comes to these changes that are happening. So Yeah, and also cool your emotions. A lot of you are really in this energy where you're having this internal conflict within yourself that is being projected in your outer world. And Spirit says because there's something within you that you're not acknowledging that needs your attention. Some of you are also escaping, where you're numbing yourself, where you could be drinking more, where you could be isolating yourself from people around you just so you don't have to deal with what you're feeling. Some of you could also be smoking more. Spirit saying ease up on that shit, because it's causing you to put yourself in this cycle where you feel like you're not good enough. And Spirit saying it's time to shift your perspective, shift that negative thinking. Every negative thought you have, replace it with 2 positive. Whenever I start to question myself of like, I don't feel worthy of this, I tell myself I am worthy. I deserve this. I put in the work for this. So why can I not be worthy of something that I've worked my ass off? Oh, because I deserve it. So that's the mindset you guys are stepping into. So really reflect on the things that you're still holding on to that cause you pain. So I hope this resonated. Fixed signs. I hope you guys have a good one. Thank you.